Love and hatred are normal human emotions, and it's difficult to explain why someone continues to hold resentment toward another person even when there's no longer any connection between their lives. Surely, within each of us, there is a dream of a beautiful, enduring, and eternal love. And perhaps, in the vibrant and glamorous world of Hollywood, the relationship between Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt is the clearest symbol of this. When mentioning Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, one cannot help but think of their image, a couple as beautiful as a painting, always standing by each other's side, sharing the joys and sorrows of life. In the eyes of the public, they are not only a beautiful couple but also symbols of love and happiness. Since they first publicly announced their relationship in 2005, Angelina and Brad have always been the center of attention. Every time they appear on the red carpet, on the screen, or in daily life, they always exude their own beauty and charisma. It seemed like they would be together for a lifetime, but in September 2016, a shocking announcement stunned the entertainment world. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt broke up. After 12 years together, with 6 children and thousands of beautiful memories, they decided to part ways. A relationship that many admired and envied, a relationship considered a model for the entertainment world, suddenly shattered like a nightmare. A love that had overcome all obstacles, resilient and eternal, suddenly shattered like a nightmare. Standing by each other in the toughest moments of life, Angelina and Brad seemed to prove to the world that true love does exist, even in a place like Hollywood, where relationships often only last for a few moments. But can love truly overcome all challenges? The story of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt once again proves that, no matter how strong, no matter how enduring, in the end, love can also break, like a valuable lesson about life and love. After a breakup, many people still carry a heavy grudge against their ex-partner. Of course, there are reasons for this. Some people have been hurt too deeply, making it difficult for them to forget, even if they try to forgive and move on. There are wounds that sometimes individuals believe they can bury until death. In reality, human psychology doesn't easily accept or adapt to situations when one is attacked by the other party. Formerly loving spouses, after one betrays the other, the sensitive one is easily hurt by this. Therefore, forgiveness is difficult, while holding on to hatred is easy. It may be possible to forget, but at some point, certain details in life resurface, causing old wounds to reopen, causing pain that cannot be avoided. Facing separation, facing a breakup, one feels regret, even if the person involved is not close to them. That belongs to the most primitive instinct of humanity, the thing that binds people and forms the society we have today, empathy. In one way or another, the regret often focuses on the 12 years the famous couple spent together. They were together for 12 years, why did they suddenly break up? Mathematics is always a dry subject, and numbers are no exception. Using the dryness of numbers to talk about something as sacred and ethereal as love is a clumsy and skewed assembly. To liken this regret to something, it's like a child who spent the whole afternoon building a sandcastle, only to regretfully watch it washed away by the rising tide, taking all their hard work down to the depths of the ocean. Or, they regret for the very love they thought was eternal amidst the showbiz world. They believed in the story of a wild, carefree girl like Jolie, who, when she meets the man of her life, would abandon all her fame and return to her original role as a woman of the hearth. They believed in a romantic heart like Brad Pitt's, that once he found the missing piece, he would offer his heart entirely to worship Jolie. And then, in the end, they would have children, they would love each other, they would be together forever. People saw Brad and Angelina together for more than a decade. Enduring each other for that long, being together for a lifetime wouldn't seem like such a big deal. They forgot that fairy tales aren't real, and Together Forever is just a romantic movie adaptation from China. There's nothing eternal, and love is no exception. Forever is actually a very vague and indefinite measure. Sometimes it's just a few minutes, sometimes a few seconds, sometimes a decade, and sometimes, if one is lucky, it's a lifetime. After Angelina Jolie filed for divorce from Brad Pitt, information about the reasons for their breakup began to emerge. One important factor was Angelina Jolie's resentment towards Brad Pitt for loving her too much, to the point of causing heartache. Contrary to the image of a perfect couple on screen and in real life, the marriage of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt was not the revival of a fairy tale. Angelina Jolie expressed disappointment and blame towards Brad Pitt for loving her too much, to the point of causing heartache. Perhaps Brad Pitt's excessive love for Angelina Jolie is not something to blame. But in a relationship, sometimes excessive care and attention can become a burden. And for Angelina Jolie, this made her feel suffocated, robbed of her freedom, and uncomfortable. One of the important factors leading to their breakup may have been the feeling of losing freedom, of not being herself for Angelina Jolie. This created an insurmountable gap between them, and ultimately led to the end of their relationship. Angelina Jolie has revealed a particularly bitter and resentful feeling towards Brad Pitt after their breakup. She seems unable to move on and extinguish the smoldering embers of resentment towards her ex-husband. A source revealed, Angelina is still bitter with a smoldering hatred for Brad. She has never loved anyone more than Brad in this world, and she is still heartbroken over their breakup. These negative emotions have made Angelina Jolie always uncomfortable when Brad Pitt is mentioned. In fact, she doesn't even want to meet him directly and prefers to handle divorce-related issues through lawyers. Angelina Jolie's bitterness, resentment, and heartache are evidence that their beautiful love affair did not end happily as many people once thought. And it seems that even after the breakup, they still carry unresolved emotions within them. She once wanted to live with Brad Pitt for the rest of her life, so meeting him again is really not easy. Angelina hasn't been able to move on with her life and hasn't loved anyone after Brad Pitt. Meeting him again stirs up Angelina's emotions. Perhaps only those who have experienced a breakup, whether being the one who leaves or being left, can truly understand her feelings at this time. Even though he left the office after the meeting with his ex-wife, Brad Pitt's mood didn't improve much. He seemed more relaxed after the meeting, but still couldn't shake off the tension and worry. The actor agreed to meet Angelina Jolie to discuss co-parenting. Brad is truly exhausted from going through the communication process via lawyers. He wants the opportunity to meet Angelina face-to-face to have an honest conversation. For Brad, prolonging the dispute process only makes both sides more exhausted and stressed. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie may have parted ways, but deep down, they both know they were meant for each other. A love that didn't last forever, but was enough to make both of them better, to change each other's lives over the past 12 years. The important thing is, don't try to sanctify love, don't set it with an eternal deadline. Human fate, sometimes, is measured by a period of time, sometimes just a moment. Love and happiness are just vibrations in each moment, and to make it complete, enjoy each moment, rather than trying to stretch it out over a long period. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie may have ended their romance, but they will always hold dear the beautiful memories and valuable lessons that life has taught them. Just looking back at the past with gentleness, to be able to smile at the beautiful memories, that's enough for them to continue on their own paths.